Hello, I'm Richard Jack Smith, reviewing Red Sonja by Ennio Morricone today. Now this score has been released before. There was an LP and CD, but this is an expanded release from Quartet Records, who are an amazing label. They brought out some fantastic scores, and I recently reviewed like Born Identity, the tumescent edition. Bit of a silly title that, but anyway. This follows on very much from Basil Polidoris' work on Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer, and like probably Conan the Barbarian would be the best of the three movies, although Conan the Destroyer is my favourite of the three scores. Red Sonja isn't a very good film, and even Arnold Schwarzenegger admitted as much. While his kids were growing up, if they were ever bad, he would make them watch the film 10 times in a row, and they were seldom naughty after that. Regarding Morricone's treatment for this subject, it's very much in keeping with what Basil Polidoris did on the Conans, and yeah, good score. Couple of interesting elements, not necessarily flaws as such, but just interesting choices that were made. The music for Lord Calibus, Schwarzenegger's character, is a bit strange because I don't associate that music with him. When I listen to it, that kind of dun 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 dun, it's something I associate with Sonja, so when I listen to the music I picture Sonja on her horse, galloping across the fields and hills, hair backlit, but I don't think of Schwarzenegger. Similar sort of thing occurred with Elliot Goldenthal's Cobb. A track called Reno Ho Part 1 in that score was for kind of like a crazy drunken driving thing in the ice street at night, but it should have been for a baseball montage, maybe a recreation of Ty Cobb's exploits or archival footage. Anyway, so getting past that, the music for Gedron, which is the villain, pretty good, yeah. The Fighting the Soldiers cue is one of my favourites, that Sonja. And again, you know, when you hear the hero's name chanted in a score, as you do in Condor Man, Robocop 2, and even Captain Underpants, I like that in scores. It's some people go, oh, it's a bit corny, a bit cheesy. I don't mind it as much. So Red Sonja, yeah, I enjoyed this. Quartet Records have released this as a 2 CD thing. Really, your best bet here is to stick with disc 1, which is the score in stereo, which is the better of two. It's in mono on the second disc with some additional music, but really disc 1 is your best bet. But curiously, in the liner notes, it doesn't really talk about disc 1, it just talks about what's on disc 2, which is a little bit odd, because normally when it does a track by track analysis, they cover all the music, not just what's on one disc or the other. And also it's sword wielding, not sword yielding. Little typo there in the liner notes. So Morricone requires no introduction, a legend of film music with the Dollars trilogy, Once Upon a Time in the West, Once Upon a Time in America, The Mission. Great composer. Bit of a shame that he ended up winning an Oscar for The Hateful Eight, which I think is one of his lesser efforts, but ultimately it was for the career, not for that particular score, in my opinion. So, Red Sonja, highly recommended. Very much in keeping with Polidoris' work that went before. It's a bit of a cult movie in a way. It's got its fans, it's got its detractors. Bridget Nielsen is she's always been kind of an interesting actress. I mean, she was in Rocky IV, Cobra. She was wedded to Sylvester Stallone at one point. She even showed up in Creed 2 briefly, and yeah, it's not a very good movie, as I say, but I enjoyed the music immensely. And there's a very, I guess you would call it the bonding theme for the characters, and that's very nice. I've always liked that very much. And just the general charge and propulsion behind the music. Not Morricone's best work, but it's a very fine effort overall, and you're not going to go too far wrong with Morricone. As I say, I give Red Sonja by Ennio Morricone 4 out of 5 stars. This is a nice addition to the universe of, like, you know, Red Sonja, Conan, because it's all part of that same mythos. And as I say, And do, if you get the chance, check out The Complete Chronicles of Conan by Robert E. Howard, because it is one of the best collections of short stories you'll ever come across. For more film and soundtrack reviews, please visit Betty Jo Tucker's website, Real Talk Movie Reviews. On Facebook you can find my pages, Hip-Notic Movie Reviews and Hip-Notic Soundtrack Reviews. I'm Richard Jack Smith, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.